What it is, y'all? Welcome back. Gideon here. We're getting into the incursion raids. This is a tech recap on a base difficulty. Now, something to be mindful of that we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on here is in the first node, in the first wave, you see we got those old school Iron Fist, the WW Iron Fist. And the difficulty that we run into is they are going to revive other members of the Invaders team. In this case, we got W Cap and W Bucky. Both of those cats provide energy and do damage. They can lengthen the time it takes to get the node done. So it's something we got to be mindful of. So you saw my team, right? It's the straight up Bionic Avengers. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, we're loading in. This was the first time we did it, so we're not sure what to expect. We see Big Sean comes out right away. He's doing damage, reducing turn meter. And a second opposing member is gone. A third opposing member is gone. Okay. Fourth. Now we haven't got a turn yet. So the enemy opening salvo is something, man. It's something. So that's going to be a problem later on in the game, right? Later on, as we increase the difficulty, that's going to be a problem. We have almost lost a team member. We were that close to losing a team member. Now it's finally our turn. So if this is how it's going down in the base difficulty, as some of us probably are finding out by now, these cats are going to be hitting harder later on. So we're going to have to come up with some type of plan. We're going to have to come up with something else to get through this. Not sure, as I look at this again in the beginning, this is our first time, what the proper way to play this is. Who's the biggest threat? In my mind, I'm thinking I don't want to get pinged all day by Gambit. I don't want Shang-Chi rewinding my turn meter. I was going to ability block the Gambit, but he has a dodge, so we can't do that. So we'll just make it rain as usual. We'll just start going through our progressions with the Bionic Avengers, just like usual, Gundam style. And the enemies, we lost an enemy, right? We knocked somebody out. We see it says 12 of 13, so we're beginning to make progress. We'll have Vision do his. A couple more enemies drop off, so we're starting to fight back now. Our health has returned, and the enemies are dropping. So at this point, we're in good hands, okay? At this point, we're looking good. The first wave of opponents is pretty much down. The second wave is getting ready to drop when we drop one of these cats. And we look to be in control. We're healthy. And again, okay, so we have our World War II Iron Fists, which I did not appreciate at the time. My concern is the Squirrel Girl, because that's what I'm always conditioned to strike down, is a Squirrel Girl. She's out of there, right? And you see an Emma, so you need to get rid of Emma too. Comparatively speaking, right, this looks good. We 100% have this under control. This looks good. I don't know if you can hear the motorcycle outside. Cats are, it's the weekend. So cats are out there with the hot rods, just trying to show their manliness. So sorry for that if you could hear the awesome Detroit engine, but see, there is a problem. So First World War went, Second World War went, and now we have two members revived. Not ideal. And they're in stealth. So we got a Bucky, and we have a new cap, or excuse me, a World War II cap. We can strip that off a little bit, but so Bucky does incredible damage, and World War II cap hands out energy. So obviously at the base difficulty, we're not too worried about it, but think about the problems this is going to cause later on as the difficulty increases, right? You have Cap Sam and World War II cap throwing out energy, and the rest of these guys are just going to go nuts. They'll be difficult to contain if we're not able to whittle them down. But right here today at difficulty 0, if you're just starting with the base difficulty, probably isn't too tough. Probably isn't too difficult. Now that we've got that surprise under control, next time I suppose I would prioritize those two Invader characters. Both the Iron Fist, I prioritize them a little bit higher and make sure they're out of there sooner as to not to cause those problems. But as you can see, 100%, we got this under control. They are the healers of the team too, so I mean, they could always just bring themselves their health back and prolong the fight. As you can see up in the upper left, the time is ticking, right? We're definitely hitting these guys hard enough. but we're losing time. We're losing time. We got a bunch of death proofs to chew through. Okay, he's down. We got it done. Victory. All right, as we get into the next node, we just want to be mindful of Captain Carter up there. She just has a ridiculous amount of health, and she's going to stick around. I don't know if this is going to be a big problem, but she's going to stick around. And then as we get to the Ghost Riders and Nemesis at the bottom, you're dealing with them because they're more of a problem, but she still keeps hanging around and supporting because she's a support character. So I don't know if this is going to come into play later on in the game, but as we'll see, it's definitely a problem for me right now. And again, since she is one of the Rebirth team, Agent Venom is on here as well. She can revive him, so that can be an issue. But let's see how it goes for us. Again, we're still at the base difficulty. Okay, as we load in, we're being mindful. We got a Jean Grey. She's going to be a problem because she becomes the Dark Phoenix. Again, the 20% of our health she can just take away. We're getting some negative effects, and we have to be mindful that there is a magic on the field. She would continue to revive the Dark Phoenix, and that will be a problem. I apologize here coming up. I got a glitch of some sort in the system. So Jean goes into stealth. We were able to use Vivian to flip the negatives. But now look, we've already lost a member. We've already lost a member. We're on a base difficulty. As the power goes up, as we get to difficulty 1 and 2 and beyond, I mean, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. It is something to be concerned about. We'll try to keep going. I don't know what to do. Do I ability block? I don't know what to do. Ability block Phoenix, so she cannot become the Dark Phoenix, at least on her own volition, with her next move here. And she's got the taunt, so we'll try to start hitting away from where she is and see if we can get back to magic. So that move right there, we were able to do a little damage to magic. We have another ability block. We'll just go with, I don't know what we're gonna do here. I don't remember. This was a couple days ago. Weekend is going on. I'm just trying to think about what can I actually accomplish with the team. So this is also just another point to be mindful of. We've been simming, right? We've been simming for a couple days here. So we have to get back into playing the raid and thinking about the strategic effects of our moves. We're gonna make it rain. We either do a basic or we just make it rain. We go with that. We eliminated the magic. So magic is gone. If we can get through this, okay, we take that. If we can get through this trooper, shield trooper, Dark Phoenix is on the board, and there goes our health. Okay, so we couldn't avoid that part, but boom, we can stop it from happening again at least. Now we have Ghost Riders on the field, so they're going to be pinging us if we knock people out. So we got a choice, right? Do we start focusing on them, or do we knock out these other people? They're going to start with the pings. Again, we're on the base difficulty, and because of that, it's not going to be much of a problem. However, right in the future, as their damage increases, it will be more of a problem. One is down, so we're moving with the second Ghost Rider. See if we can get through him. And again, I'm hemming and hawing. What do I want to do? Do I ability block? Do I want to put blinds? Because I know I have 5 enemies left, and I'm trying to start to save cooldowns, and I don't know if we can do that with the tech guys. With the tech nodes, we might just have to go all in because they can come back to bite us. So Deathlock is super close to getting knocked out here, and there he goes. Surfer pushes him down. So I have 3 members left. I'm going to have to heal 2 members just to continue with the raid, but it's okay if there's only 1 node left. We'll try to keep going. Get Nemesis ability block. We're going to try to punch through him. Taking some pot shots over at Captain Carter now, because I think I have realized that I've had her down injured more than once and she keeps healing. Deciding what to do. It looks like we're going to ability block her so she can't continue to heal. We don't want her reviving Agent Venom. But it's 3-on-3, and they're a little bit beefy. The characters that are left are all regenerative characters, right? Surfer heals every turn. His speed is now wound all the way up. He's going to be a problem. I've lost some of the damage dealers from my squad. I have only the supporting cast left with close to no health. So we're going to see if we can get through this, man. I don't know. 30 seconds left on the clock. So it's unlikely that I'm going to finish in time. It's unlikely I'm going to finish. I'm just trying to get out of this without losing any more members. And maybe we can knock somebody out. Nemesis still standing. I thought, and there he goes. We thought we were going to be able to get him. We actually got through him. He's out of there. We're going to turn our attention to Surfer because you can see Carter has been, her health is back up and she's back to full power. So with 10 seconds left, it's really no point in messing with her. We're going to go all in on Surfer, see if we can get him off the board before the raid is over. And that is a no-go. We made it with these members, but you saw the problem that was presented to us there. You saw the problem. All right, we're going to go back in. I want to see what it's going to take to punch through this Captain Carter. All right. It might be a telltale sign of what we're going to see in the future. So we're loading back in. She's going. It's 5. We had to heal, right? I suppose we had to heal anyway. So we healed up our team. Again, a point of concern. It's at the end of the raid. So at least it's not charging me heals at the beginning. It's at the end, so then you can decide whether or not you can push, or you know what's necessary when it comes to push day. All right, now we're just down to Captain Carter. We got 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. We got the ability block. We're just trying to stop her from healing. I recognize this in itself is not riveting cinema, but it is a really good test of what's going to be happening in the future. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what the best moves are for the single target attacks. Here we go. We're now approaching 4 minutes. I haven't really made a ton of moves yet, but here we go. We're starting to get it up and running. Just trying to make my decisions here. We've now, okay, so that looks like it's about a half. Okay, she went to yellow, so that was half, and she just healed back up to full. So, is this going to be a problem? Am I going to be able to even get through this? Right, is she just going to continuously heal, and she's got death proofs? Okay, we're back to 50%. Ability block again, so she won't be able to naturally heal. Spoke too soon. So it looks like we can do it. All right, we have enough damage to do it. All right. I don't know what that's going to look like later on, but at least right now, we know we can do it. All right. So now we're at the boss node. And again, in the upper left there, you see the giant-sized Hulk Busters. There's always a big bad boss on these boss nodes. Twice the power of everybody else. There are some tanks and some things that will remove our debuffs. There's a Kestrel, a Nemesis at the end, and a bunch of offensive firepower. So it looks like they're just trying to draw our attention and blow us out of the water. That looks like the plan. Let's see how it works out for us. Okay, we're loading in. We got the big bad boss and a Falcon who's going to increase their speed. Red Guardian is already pre-taunting. So we're under the clock. Maybe you hear my dogs in the background. Kizzy and Chewie, we're getting after it. I don't know who they're barking at. All right. So we got Red Guardian. He still got the shields up because we overdid our turn last time. See, we don't have the strip there from our Vision. So we got to go with the basic. We don't got it from Vivian either. So now we're stuck behind this taunt. This could be a problem. This could be a really, really big problem. Because, all right, so Falcon's going to try to speed everybody up. People are going to start getting offense up soon in between those War Machines and who's that up there? Deathlock. Okay, we survived that from the Hulkbuster, and they see a rescue. See, I didn't notice that before. Rescue is in the upper left-hand corner. I see it now, but I probably didn't see it at the time. She's going to give buffs, big buffs, to these armored individuals. Right, power armor itself isn't very strong, but this is a raid. They just turn the dial up to whatever they want, right? They can make any character formidable in the PvP environment. So we have to be mindful of the game mechanics and how they operate. So now I've noticed that Rescue's back there. I'm going to try to get after her, get her out of the picture. We got Falcon under control, Gundam style. She's gone. All right, so she's gone. but Hulkbuster has taunted again. And my limited understanding, I'm not 100% sure. My limited understanding is these boss characters are like a mix between more than one person's kit. So it's like Hulkbuster's kit plus another mystery character. Okay, we got Kestrel on board. Kestrel's on the scene. Always an issue. And Phyla-Vell in the background. I'm stuck on the Hulkbuster. So Phyla-Vell can remove our negative effects that we've placed on the opponents, which obviously we don't want. Don't know if you're hearing those noises in the background. It's a holiday weekend. People are zipping up and down the street with their motorcycles and whatnot. The big Detroit diesel engines earlier. We had some Detroit muscle going up and down the street earlier. But hey, it is what it is. All right, let's see if we can get ourselves out from beyond this taunt, and we do. Now that we're free to go, who do we deal with? I really want to get a hold of that Kestrel. We'll get to Gundam style. We have 8 of 12 enemies left. We took that hit. Kestrel is pretty beefy right now. She's powered up, and once again, Hulkbuster is taunting. So we've managed to get about 1/3 of his health. We can ability block here, hoping that we can stop him from taunting again if we can somehow get through. Kestrel grows, and I lost a member. Lost a member, and now we have defense downs on my side. We can erase him with this, so that's always dangerous when you're dealing with a Kestrel. But now we got him down to 3 members. We still haven't chewed through this Hulkbuster. I'm getting concerned. I do not know how this is. At least it's the boss node, right? At least it's the boss node, and the rest of your team is going to be there. But I don't know how this is going to go in later levels. We're going to have to dig deeper into the box, right? There's other tech characters. We don't have to use Bionic Avengers, right? We don't have to just use Bionic Avengers. And this is our first time messing with the lane, so we'll get better. We'll get some experience. But we're probably back to that phase 1 where theory crafting becomes a thing, which is good. I'm excited for that. I'm going to try to make another video on that topic a little later. But as you can see, we're not going to win. Iron Man's left by his lonesome, and we're down. So that was my experience in the tech lane. How about you? How did it go? Let me know in the comments below. Peace.